you very much. So good day to you all. Welcome to the Andrews virtual recruitment event. It's a very special day for us here. We're all celebrating International Women's Day. So you can see we've got the purple. Carl, you've got your purple there as well, I can see. Oh, the purple shawl. It's a legend. Okay, so look, it's great to see so many of you joining us on this event. My name's Jason. I'm going to be hosting the event this next half an hour with you guys. There I am, there's my picture. And first off, I think I'd like to just give you a bit of my history. So I've been with Andrews now for 15 years. I joined as a sales assistant branch manager, having worked with other agencies for around a previous 10 years. For me, the move was incredible. From the other agents to Andrews, the focus that I saw was on the customer. It was on building relationships, doing the right thing, giving the best service with integrity, and that in itself will bring the performance. So I knew that I had made the right move. I'd moved to the right company. It kind of fit with what I was looking for. That linked as well with the incredible heritage, the purpose and unique ownership that we have proved that I had made that right choice. I also moved then within the company to lettings for a fair amount of time, and then on to my present role, as you can see on screen, the learning and development team, learning and development coach, which I adore. I love that. Being given the opportunity from a company that you love to give you the backing to move to different areas within the property industry was just so important to me. Anyway, that's me. Enough about me. Today, we are here to give you all an insight into an incredibly unique property group, specifically from the viewpoint of making a career change. That's what we're looking at today. We've got some wonderful guests with us today. We have Carl Howard, our Group Chief Executive, with us. We've got Nick Wall, Branch Manager from our Down End branch. We've got Nancy Henley from our Hawley branch, the negotiator, and we also have Marta. And Marta is here to talk to us about the follow-up from this, the recruitment process, the interview process, and how to apply for the job. Essentially, that's what we're here to do. Essentially, we're here hoping to find like-minded individuals looking to work for a wonderfully unique company within the property industry. At the end of this, we're going to have a Q&A, so feel free to jot down any questions you have at the end, throw them at us. We'd love to hear from you. But if I could ask that you all mute your mics, as we're chatting away here until that point, that would be wonderful. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to hand you over to Carl Howard, our Group Chief Executive. Carl, hopefully you can give us a little bit more information and detail as to why this is such a unique and wonderful place to work. So over to you.
Thanks, Jason. I'm going to hand straight back to you because you've stolen all my material.
Oh, apologies.
No, you're all right. I'm only kidding. If anybody's wondering why I'm wearing the quite possibly the least appropriate outfit for a Group Chief Executive in the country, it's our, as Jason said, it's International Women's Day and we're wearing purple. And I realised that I only had two items that were in any way purple, a t-shirt and my wife's shawl. So if I look a little bit ridiculous, well, it's for a good cause. I've been with this company now for, I think it's 4 months. So I started as Group Chief Executive on the 1st of October. And I came in because the business was in a turnaround. So I was recruited to help turn around and grow the business and put it on a better track. And so that's my brief. But I wouldn't have taken this job without there being something more to it. And normally when I do work, I look for things that really excite me. And so I took this job because I genuinely think Andrews is and will be the best business in this space in terms of property and estate agency. It's a genuinely unique business, and that's why I'm here, because I think we can do something really, really special. I also firmly believe in honest dialogue and authenticity. And so if anybody has any questions, I will happily answer them to the best of my ability. But let me just tell you a bit about why I think this is a unique organisation. The company has quite an incredible heritage. It was created by somebody called Cecil Jackson Cole. And Cecil Jackson Cole founded the business in 1946. He was a Quaker who did philanthropy. So he ran a business and he used his people and his money to do good deeds. And during his time, he created 3 quite incredible charities. The first was Oxfam. The second was Land Aid, and he was also involved in Help the Aged, which is now part of Age Concern. And that was just part of who he was. He liked to run a good business, but then use it and use his resources to help other people. So we have, as a company, we're owned by a charitable trust. So we're a commercial business. So we run in the way that most companies do, but we have an owner, which is a charity. And every time we make a profit, 1/3 of the profit goes to the charity, and the charity then use it to reinvest into good causes, primarily and in many cases associated with housing. So one of the things we do is we make it possible for people who are 18 to 25 and who are coming out of care to find their feet, to get some accommodation and to learn to live independently. And that's our established program, which is a big focus of our charitable giving. We are small, but well formed. So we are not the biggest in our market. You know, people who are bigger than us, and we're not the smallest. Most of the estate agencies tend to be between sort of 1 and 5 branches. We have 47 branches, and we operate across Bath and Bristol, Oxfordshire, Gloucestershire, Surrey, Kent, Essex and central London, or around London. So we're quite diversified and we operate in a number of places. We have 6 different businesses. So the reason I'm the group chief executive is because we have 6 businesses in the group. We have residential sales, residential lettings, so buying and selling houses, renting houses. We have a financial services business, helping people with mortgages and life insurance. And then we have a business called Land and New Homes, where we work with developers and we find plots of land and help them develop that land. And then when the properties are built, then we sell them on behalf of the developer. And then we have 2 other businesses which are more corporate. So one is our leasehold business, where we help leaseholders of blocks of flats, so companies that are managing flats, and we do the property management. We have around 90 of those now. And we also have a business called Andrews Corporate Client Services, which helps the Co-op and West Bromwich Building Society manage their property portfolios, and they cover very large number of properties on behalf of those 2 corporate landlords. So it's quite a big business and it's quite diversified. And I think the main thing to take from this is we believe in doing things differently. So we are on a different path to some of our competitors. We're not competing in a sales-led way. We're competing to deliver the best proposition to customers. So we will make profit by delivering the right outcome for our customers, and then we use some of that profit to reinvest in the charities. We have quite a bold vision for Andrews, and my aim is to sort of drive this forward over time. We want to change the industry for good, so we want to change estate agency and make it more customer centric and more trusted. And so for that reason, our main ambition is to be the most trusted and admired in the property sector, trusted by customers, trusted by our people, and admired by our competitors and by the regulators. So that's what we're all about, trust and admiration. And we want to do that in a customer-led way. The key thing, and the reason we're on the call here today, though, is we can only do that if we can find people who identify with our values, who want to be trusted, who want to do things the right way and want to make things better for customers. And so we're on the lookout for people who want to be part of something really special, a property business that works in a different way, and hence this call. So if that's you, we would absolutely love to hear from you, because we're on a mission. And at that point, I will hand back to Jason to cover the next section.
Thank you very much, Carl. We definitely are on a mission. Just linking back to what you were saying, it is really quite something, and it's something that I've noticed since I've started, and I'm sure that the rest of you here that work for Andrews will hopefully will agree. It's quite something to enjoy what you do. You go to work, you do your job, you enjoy it, you've got your family around you, your team, but still in the background, you know that you're helping like all these people around the world, and it is extremely unique, but it's extremely fulfilling as well. It's a wonderful thing. And Carl, thank you for giving us that overview there. That's great. So I'm going to hand over to Nick now. So Nick Awar, Down End branch manager. Nick's been with us now for 2 years. In May, I believe, Nick.
Yep.
I'm sure you won't mind me saying this. You joined us with 0 property experience.
That's correct, yeah.
So it's a wonderful kind of arc, you know, through Andrews and your career. So look, I'm going to hand over to you. Talk to us about your experience joining Andrews and where you are now.
Yeah, no, thank you, Jason. You're definitely right. 0 experience, and I'll explain a little bit more now. But yeah, my name's Nick Warren. I'm the business manager of the Andrews Down End branch. My job role as the business manager here is basically in looking after the patch and focusing on both the sales and lettings properties in this area. My actual main job role or focus is coaching and training, developing the team that's around me in order to help them progress and succeed in property, as well as the branch performance. But it's also based a lot around the team and looking after the team that's around me. I've been doing this specific role for 7 months now, but my journey started as a trainee negotiator in our Bishopston branch, again, just under 2 years ago. As Jason said, I was completely and utterly new to property, and this was a complete career change for me. I've done various sales roles before in the past. Had a go at the old recruitment thing. I was been selling driving lessons for the British School of Motoring, but the largest part of my working career was sort of managing and running large international and national exhibitions. I've also put my hand into hospitality as well, so quite varied, but all of them are very customer focused roles. Lots then of transferable skills. So looking at having a career change, I've taken those skills that I've adapted and learned over the years and put them into here, and it's been fantastic. My career in property started, as I said, in the Bishopston branch. So somebody on this call as well, Hannah House, who was the branch manager then, or business manager, gave me an opportunity, I think it is the right thing to say, an opportunity to come and see what it was all about and transfer those skills. So I started there, trainee negotiator, and then I had I don't know if it was a desire, but property really interested me, and so I wanted to get into a role that I was interested in, or at least maybe what I was selling or what I was involved with. It gets that blood pumping, and property is definitely it for me. I learned very quickly the negotiator role, and then an opportunity came up internally to apply for a valuer role, which is then that career progression or next step up. And luckily enough to be offered that. So moved across then to the Down End branch, which then another opportunity presented itself in terms of applying for the actual then business manager role or branch manager role, and again was internally promoted into this position. There's absolutely lots that I enjoy about the role. As I've mentioned, coaching and developing sort of the team around me is a big one. I feel that unless you've got the right team around you and the right people, it's difficult to achieve things. So I love that aspect of the role. I love every day is different in what we do. You interact with lots of different types of people with different needs, different situations. Not one property is the same as another, and not one person's goals or needs are the same as the other. So it's very varied. Half of your day is spent in branch, half of your day is spent out of branch and property and viewing. So it's not an office job where you're stuck behind a desk. A typical day for me is sort of helping to manage landlords with everything that entails from the business side of things and looking after their properties, helping tenants to find the right property for them to rent, and then on the sales side, looking after the vendors, so helping them to sell their property, helping clients or customers to find the right property as well, and the right one for them for their purchase. This covers all aspects though, from the marketing side of the property, the viewings, handling the offers, and then progressing that sale through to completion or move in. So again, it's varied. It's very varied. Working for Andrews, I've always said that working within Andrews, the training and development that you receive is second to none. And again, I've been in different roles before in different companies, both small companies, large companies, but I've been really impressed with the training and development that's given throughout, from induction all the way through to the BM, to business manager, where I'm at now. There's support all around you in order to help you to progress and help you to learn. There's always someone on hand that can help, again, whether that's the L&D team or whether that's branches around you. The branch network is fantastic. I love working for a charitable trust that has core values, and we live and breathe those every day, and we're able to put them across to our clients, our customers, and also then gives you that purpose to do the right thing. I keep saying every day is different challenges, different successes, and different tasks. But for me, I think the branch network as well around you here in Andrews is excellent. Colleagues, again, that can help you, support you, help you with career progression, and that's the thing as well, is you're not tied down by one specific branch. There's lots of different departments, as Carl just said, different parts of the business. So there's always something that you can do, and you're never standing still.
Love that. Thank you so much, Nick. I heard so many, like, I don't know, similar phrases there from when I started. Again, I'm sure other people did. Support was a big thing for myself, and gaining confidence in the world of property. Progression and career pathways is huge for us.
Yeah.
You know, we want good people to stay throughout and become the next manager, become the next Nick, become the next Carl. Sorry, Carl. But thank you ever so much, buddy. That was wonderful. Quick question.
Yeah, go on.
Highly unoriginal question, but could you tell me, give me a standout highlight moment, you know, within your move from a very different industry, transferable skills, absolutely.
Yeah.
A different industry to now. Standout highlight. What do you have?
Standout. There's highlights throughout. Standout highlights. I think first sale. From being as a trainee negotiator, that first time that you secure an offer and tie a sale up, you never forget that one. You never forget that one. But I think I think mine's a lot of highlights. So one thing that I love in this job and is a highlight of the week or the day is handing keys over for a completion. When that person's come, it's all done and dusted, they're coming to collect their keys for move-in. Yeah, that's a highlight, definitely.
I can see Nancy nodding there as well. I think that's key, isn't it? It's a key element. We're helping people with, you know, move into their new home. It's a massive deal. Yeah. Thank you, Nick. You're a diamond. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to hand over to you now, Nancy. So Nancy is the negotiator within our Hawley branch. Just over a year ago, I believe, Nancy, is that right? January last year?
Yep, that's correct.
Similar story though as Nick. There was like zero property experience. And and you've come into this business and are thriving. So can you tell us a bit more about that? Over to you.
Hi, so I'm Nancy. I'm 38, so I was quite a lot older to do a little bit of a career change, and it was quite a big leap and a real big change for us as a family at home as well. So my previous role was a hairdresser. I had been a hairdresser for 20 years, which is where I found, like Nick was saying earlier, a lot of transferable skills, being customer facing, managing clients' expectations, working with clients on a very personal level, and building trust. And I think the biggest transferable skill I'd say I've really sort of found beneficial in this role is listening skills, being able to listen to what people are wanting and their needs, and being able to manage that. So my job role at Andrews is a negotiator. I work in a multidiscipline site, so I do sales and lettings. So I work speaking. So my day as a negotiator is sort of managing viewings, negotiating offers, speaking with vendors and landlords, registering applicants, trying to match people, with what they're registering to what we can find them, what their needs are, helping them with advice, really, mostly. So why Andrews? Why did I choose a estate agency? I chose a estate agency. Again, I've always been interested in property and interiors, and I wanted a job that I could use that, but also I wanted to still keep my customer facing experience. I didn't want to be in an office where every day is the same. And like Nick was saying earlier, no day is ever the same. And I think that's what we like. We like the varied. You never know what you're quite going to walk into each day, or who's going to walk through the door. True. Which is, the exciting bit of it. So my what I would say is from Andrews is the training right from the start has been, second to none, and ongoing as well. From the moment I went to the interview, I came away thinking, I really like that company. I want to work for them. And I think everyone at Andrews is a sort of a type of person. It almost feels like a family. And the support is definitely there across branches, across management, across higher up in the company. You can always ask anyone. It's, everyone's so approachable, it's ongoing. And career paths, I think the opportunity to grow and expand is there. There's opportunities to go different ways. If you suddenly decide you want to go into IT or marketing, there's opportunities there, or to progress up the ladder higher as well. So yeah, I think that's mostly me.
Oh, bless you. Thank you ever so much, Nancy. That's awesome. Thanks for the kind words as well from both of you with regards to the training and development. That's awesome. Just saying, I'm just throwing it out there. But thanks, Nancy. It's great to see where you are. I remember on our very first induction when we first met, it's quite a nervous day, especially if you've come with no experience.
Yes, definitely.
But it's wonderful though that that we have individuals that have those skills though. The skills that we were looking for, that you guys have, are building relationships, having conversations, building rapport, right? That's the key element. That's the key element to our world and to our job. Thank you very much. I will ask you, I'm going to be again I'm going to get so many emails on this. Extremely bad and unoriginal question, but I want to kind of find out the same thing from you as Nick just gave us. Standout highlights.
I would definitely say my very first sale. You definitely get that buzz. I mean, even now when I get a sale, I still get that buzz, that excitement to feel that you've helped someone find their home or sell their home, or be able to even rent their home to them, or a landlord to find that good tenant. It's so rewarding. It feels like you've helped someone each day.
And we're salespeople, right, as well. Let's not forget.
Yeah.
we want to get a deal. We want to get a deal. This is a business, but helping people is key to that. So wonderful. Thank you ever so much. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to move on now to Marta. Hello, Marta. How are you doing down there?
Hi, hello, everyone.
Marta, so you're going to explain to us or give us a bit more information about the whole recruitment process. So, yeah, I mean, essentially, as we know, as the reason that we're here is because, like I've said, we're hoping to find like-minded individuals and that want to join this wonderful company. So I'm going to hand over to you, Marta, if you can kind of give us some information on how to apply and how that works.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And would you mind just move to the recruitment slide if that's possible? Because we have,
you know what,
very important, email
Nancy,
over there so people can send us the CVs to me.
I'm so behind on
so
these
exciting.
slides. Apologies, Nancy. We had Nick up there for far too long. Okay, here we go.
Thank you so much. So my name is Marta. I work as a talent acquisition in Andrew's Property Group. My role here, as I always underline, is really exciting because I try to help people in taking the next steps in the development of their career path, helping them with finding the role matching their expectations, first of all, and also natural strengths. And at the same time, I try to help the business to bring actually talented individual on board. What I really like in Andrews is that we give really equal chances for all candidates to be considered for a particular roles. And we do use really unique interview processes. This process allows candidates to talk to us about their previous experience, and it actually let us know them a little bit better before considering for any roles. We want to make sure, obviously, by using these unique processes, that the natural strengths possessed by the candidates fit the role profiles, and that way we think that we get the best out of the candidates and the best out of the job they really enjoy. So we try to match the expectations, in the same time fit the natural strengths with the actual role profile. This way of recruitment actually help us to find out more about the candidates and also about their not only work-related experience, but also private experience, if that makes sense, from home and their current situation. And we try to match, obviously, every role depending on, let's say, their location, their actual circumstances, etc. So we are very flexible around that. And then obviously we want to make sure that candidate will suit the role well, and we can then help them with the progression once they start with us. We have a lovely learning and development team who is really supportive from day one. And I must underline that really all the inductions are absolutely great organized. So thank you for this, because we are receiving really great feedback from our existing employees who recently started. So I want to share it with you because it's amazing.
Oh,
and in terms of obviously considering individuals from every background, we can consider actually 3 different backgrounds, I would say. So first of all, candidates who are brand new to estate agency world, and they are looking for the first proper job. The other candidates who are more experienced colleagues who used to work, for example, for the other estate agents, but would like to progress and develop their skills under Andrew's supervision. And then the candidates who are skilled in the other background and have transferable skills, but in the same time fancy a career change, which is obviously we want to support with that as well. And again, I want to say that it's really amazing pleasure to help people and in the same time business to grow. Obviously, each of the roles is completely different. We have, as you mentioned, Jason, around 50 different branches. So by location, obviously, we try to match the best role to the particular candidate in terms of few different requirements as well, I can say.
Yes.
So if you will take a look at the slide, to join our amazing team, just follow 3 simple steps. Please send me, please send me your CV to my email. And then as soon as I basically receive the CV from candidates, I'm more than happy to give a call, contact, discuss all the existing vacancies, all the requirements for particular roles. As previously mentioned, we have the roles starting from, let's say, training negotiator roles up to business managerial and more complex roles. Then based on our initial chat, I try to, as I mentioned, match the best role for each candidate. And then I'm in charge of organizing, obviously, the face-to-face interview, which is usually led by our specialists, by branch managers and regional managers. And then once the individual passed the interview, SBR interview process, so based on the natural strengths profile, then we are more than happy to offer the role, and the career with Andrews starts.
Wonderful. Thanks, Marta. That's awesome. Apologies, guys, for not moving the slide along for you. I do feel bad. I feel bad. But do send your CVs. It's all there. We're going to follow up this session by sending out this information as well. So thanks again, Marta. That was awesome.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so moving on. I'm just going to move on to the next slide, and you can see here that this has been going on for this whole week, and there will be future events, I promise. I think they've gone incredibly well. So you can see on Monday we had an event, Experienced Roles, Tuesday Women in Property. You're all with me today, or with us today. Tomorrow we're